Welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 3, Episode 13. Alright, so, officially, we have managed to clear every event that we can do without the acquisition of a license. And well, officially, that's now going to change. Because, well, officially, we are 7.8% complete with this game, and officially, we now need to acquire ourselves a license. And before I do that, I just wanted to show this off before we get to the licenses, because, well, I have noticed something in the professional league, and officially that is this. You notice here there is a question mark on this event, and it says here, you cannot take part in this event yet. And well, the reason for that is, well, because this event is locked until... yeah, that just proves my point. But yeah, officially, this event is unlocked once we complete the super license, and officially, that of course is something I will probably show off by the time we get down to the professional league, but yeah, just figured I'd show that off. But anyways, let's now head over to the license center. So we have 6 licenses we need to get through here, just like we did in GT2. Except for saying this time we have something new that was added to this game, and that of course is the rally license. But as well as that, we also have the B license, the A license, the international B license, the international A license, and the special license. Or as it says there, special level. Also known as the super license if you're playing the NTSC version, but yeah. Special level is basically the super license, but yeah. So, 8 tests with each of these like we had in GT1, and officially these are the tests we shall be doing, and where our final test is basically locked until we complete all the others. So officially, let's head over to B1, which is basically the accelerating and stopping test. And well, just because I want to show this off, because I cannot be bothered to including the sound effects which I use for my race starts and race finishes, I decided to put the race BGM on, so then obviously I don't have to worry about the sound effects too much. But yeah, you know, background music. Just figured I'd point that out, but anyways. So, let's get started with the B license, where we will be driving a VW New Beetle 2.0. And well, I cannot be bothered to read the description, so let's see how we go for our first attempt. Keep in mind it probably isn't going to be a likely possibility of seeing me getting the gold on my first attempt. But again, I'm going to damn well try to see if I can get the gold. Even then, of course, if I'll be a moment too late, but you know. Okay. I'm clearly not paying attention. So yeah, anyways. Just gonna put in my name, and as I expected, I was not gonna get this on the gold first time, but obviously that's basically how licenses work, so let's try this again and see how long it will take us to acquire the gold. I think this is like attempt number 6 now of me trying not to do this too early or too late. And from what I've discovered, I need to be very late on the brakes if I'm going to get this on the gold, so... yeah. Oh, okay. So that's basically all I needed to do, but... there we go, it's a gold! So, it took me a couple of attempts to get it right, but I did manage to get there eventually. And yeah, anyways. So that is the gold theme, and officially, I'm not going to save this because, well, I want to be different. So, same test again, except this time we are doing it in a much faster car, a Dodge Viper GTS. So we get a 25.2 for a gold, a 25.5 for a silver, and a 26.3 for a bronze. Let's see how we go. Pretty certain this will not be a first time gold. Okay, well, not too far off, but obviously I was a little bit too late there on the brakes in order for that to be a gold run, but there we go. Now we have to try and see if we can get the gold. Oh, okay. I was not expecting that to happen. But there we go, we get the news-like gold theme again, and as of which I have noticed the gold theme tune in this game is kind of like a news story thingy. Or at least that's what Rhino GT4 claims, but anyways. Task number 3, and it is Basics of Cornering 1, FF Cars. And where the car we will be driving is a Fiat Coupe Turbo Plus. And the times we need to achieve, well, 31.1 for a gold, a 31.4 for a silver, and a 32.5 for a bronze. And like I said, I just cannot be bothered to read the description this time. And I failed. Yeah, so that's basically what happens when you fail a test. Attempt number 2. There we go, I've got the silver. So now we need to try and see how long this will take us to get the gold. Yep, that was a lot smoother this time. But is it going to be good enough for a gold? Yes it is! By just over 3.5 tenths, we have got the gold. That is awesome. Daily news bulletin, I have my 3rd gold. Yeah, sorry, don't mind me, I was just trying to make it look like one of the fucking daily news bulletins or something, but anyways. Same test again, except this time we are doing rear-wheel drive cars for this test. And where the car we are driving is a Honda S2000. See how we go through here. And what is it gonna be? Oh, okay. It's a gold on my first attempt. I was not expecting that to happen. But there we go. A gold on my first attempt with the 4th test. Definitely wasn't expecting that to happen. And as of which, this is where I will now save this replay, because I want to. But there we go, I am now halfway through the B license. And as I definitely did not expect, I got the gold on my first attempt. Anyways. 4 tests are down, and still 4 tests remain. And officially, for this test, we are doing continuous cornering. Pretty much a left-right-left combination. And where the car we are driving in this is a Honda Civic Type R. EK. So we get a 34.4 for a gold, a 34.8 for a silver, and a 36.2 for a bronze. And yeah, don't watch the demo. At least if you're playing my version of the game, don't watch the demo because you'll just fail. So, let's go for this and see how we do. Hopefully we can pass on our first attempt, at the very least. Considering that is what I am very much hoping for. And oh, so close to failure there. Would have almost thought for sure that was a failure. Well, it's a pass at least. Even though I need to be 8.5 cents quicker if I'm going to get the gold. Let's try this again, and see if we can get the gold this time. Or at least the silver. Well, I'm shifting up into second so I can avoid getting the wheel spin. And where officially this is now going to be my gold run. To see how long this will take us. And already I'm off to a much better start here on this test, as that was me scraping the wall. And is it going to be a gold on my second attempt? And yes it is, by just under 3.5 tenths. Because all I needed to do was not scrape the wall, as well as also keeping it in third before entering the tunnel. But yeah, there we go. So, we are doing the same test again, except this time we are driving a Mazda MX-5 1.8i. So, same test again. This time we're driving an MX-5, and hopefully we can pass on our first attempt like we did previously. Let's see how we go. And we're pretty much for the first attempt. I'm not really going to be trying too hard to get the gold. Basically just going to be trying to see if I can pass the test, and I was very wide through there, but see how the rest of this test goes. I think I lifted a little bit too much there, but hopefully it's not anything too conspicuous, and well, it's a pass at least. Even though I do need to find 3/4 of a second in order to officially get the gold. Let's try this again and see how long it will take us to get the gold. Oh, son of a bitch. I went a little bit too wide there. It's alright, it's fine, I'm ahead of my ghost. Will it be good enough for a gold? And yes it will. By just under 400ths of a second, I have dark gold. Officially, we now only have 2 tests left. So it took me a few attempts to get the gold, but I did manage to get there eventually. So we now move on to our 7th and penultimate test in the B license, Basics of Sequential Cornering. And where for this test we are driving a Toyota MR2. So we need a 33 flat in order to officially get the gold, then it's a 33.4 for a silver and a 35.4 for a bronze. So it's easy to get the bronze in this test, but again, it's also quite hard to get a silver in this test, let alone a gold. And where, as I am watching the demo, I am expecting this one to be a failure. And yep, he scraped the wall. Yeah, that was a definite fail right there. But anyways, I'm not watching the demo, so let's just get through the test. And see if I can pass it on my first attempt like I have done with all the others. And obviously just doing my usual strategy of not going particularly hard on the first attempt and then trying to see if I can improvise on that on the succeeding attempts. But we'll wait and see if this is good enough. Would it be good enough for a silver? Well, good enough for a silver, but still about less than 3/10 off the gold, and the volume on my headset is actually a little loud at the moment. That's not the volume button. There we go. Alright, so passed this on my first attempt, and obviously all we need to do now is go for gold. So this is attempt number 4 at this test. And where I am hoping this time I will be able to solidify myself with the gold. But we'll wait and see. And okay, still continuing to run wide through there, but I got a better exit off that corner. Is it going to be good enough for gold? And yes it is! By 22 thousandths of a second, I got the gold. That was not what I expected to happen, but there we go. So, 3 failed attempts to get the gold, but eventually I did manage to get it the way I wanted it, and officially we can now move on to our 8th and final test of the B license, and where this time we will be driving a Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec R32 around this quite awkward cornering section of Trial Mountain, which is very fucking hard to get a gold on. And I did figure I would label that, but anyways. So it's a 42.8 for a gold, and obviously this is the power version, a 33.4 for a silver, and a 46 flat for a bronze. And all I can really say about this test from my past experience as well, this is a very fucking hard test. And it's pretty hard to pass, let alone get a gold in it. But I have managed to get the gold before, and hopefully I can do it again. Regardless of how long this fucking shit takes. And we're obviously, for the first attempt, not going to be particularly hard, but hopefully it will give me enough of a distance for me to effectively set myself a target time to beat, and hopefully it will get easier and easier as we go along. But all I can really say about this test from my past experience is, well, this is a pretty fucking hard test to get a gold on. And will it be good enough for silver? Yes, it will be. So, pretty good first run in my honest opinion, but I still need to find 4/10 if I'm going to be worthy enough of a gold. And as far as I know, getting the gold in this test is definitely doable. I just need to try and see if I can get enough acceleration through the corners and not make any mistakes. And I can guarantee there will be mistakes, but let's see how long this takes us. Potentially adequate. Okay. It's getting closer. Could be an adequate run. Come on, come on. Yes! That took a lot less time than I thought it was going to take. Probably because I actually had to think about it. But there we go. It's a gold. And it took a lot less time than I thought it was going to take. Son of a bitch. But yeah, like I said, this test, certainly one of the hardest in this game, but oddly enough, I did eventually manage to gold this bitch, regardless of how much I hate this shitty test. But there we go. It is done and dusted. We have passed the B license. I think it's taken me, like, probably less than an hour to do that. But there we go. Our B license is secured. So yeah, it basically just lands on the screen. And for all gold, we get ourselves another Mazda MX-5. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, okay. But there we go. All gold in the domestic B license. And next time we shall be doing the A license. But officially, as you can see there, we now have our B license. And we also have 8 gold license trophies to add on to that. And as a result, we have come down to an additional 1.5% in-game completion, as we are now 9.3% complete with this game, and officially this is the prize car we win from getting all gold. And of course, with this game, like with all the other early Gran Turismo games, you basically have to get all gold in the license in order to win the car, and that's exactly what I've done. I won myself a Mazda MX-5 1.8i in Marina Blue. I think I probably will have some usage for this thing once I get down to it. But yeah, that's the prize car we win from getting all gold in the B license. And so that, my friends, was the B license. And next time we shall be doing the A license. And so with that, stay tuned for more of Gran Turismo 3.